How can one man bother so many people?
By simply telling the truth.
Yeah. That's it. That bothers a lot of people.
Yes, it
Boy,
does.
have we discovered that. But anyway, hey, Mike Shoesmith is on the phone. Before Mike jumps back in, though, folks, I got to tell you this. We were just talking about Obama and Hawaii and China and Hawaii, and gee, isn't that interesting that this is where Obama claims he was born and raised, yet we have no evidence whatsoever, not any hard evidence that he was born there, or actually that he was even born anywhere. The only evidence we have that he was born is that he's in the flesh and blood up in the White House, but we don't know where, because he spent millions of dollars locking down his records. But get this, so Scott Walker is running for president, and so what's the mainstream media doing? They're investigating
why he dropped out of college.
They're investigating his college records.
Yeah.
They're just digging all into his college records. So yesterday, Donald Trump weighed in on it. Of course, he's a potential candidate too. And he told Breitbart News, he said, look, this is a double standard. The Washington Post is spending all this time and effort investigating Governor Scott Walker's college days when reporters haven't put one iota into investigating President Barack Obama's background. And then he goes on to say, he says, quote, why didn't they send a reporter over to Occidental and to Columbia and to the various, quote, Obama schools? There's never been a reporter over there. No one's ever found anything. There are no records available. Why didn't he send a reporter over to talk to the people from the schools Obama went to? And then he goes on to say, we're 6 years deep now into the Obama administration. The president's been able to keep his college transcripts and records hidden from the American people because he spent millions of dollars keeping them hidden. They have nothing, Trump said. They don't even have any records at all. They have no records of names. They have no records he went there. And of course, Obama spends $3.2 million to make sure that his records disappear, and Washington Post doesn't investigate that, but now they're investigating Scott Walker. And I want to just say to our listeners again, anybody that might think that maybe this is just all, stupidity for us to even talk about, somebody please email me, send me a picture, give me the proof, anywhere in the United States, much less Hawaii, where there's a hospital anywhere that has a monument or a plaque on the wall indicating that they are proud to announce that Barack Obama, the world's first U.S. president, black president, to win a Nobel Peace Prize, the Messiah of the world, why they don't have a plaque or a monument erected to celebrate that fact. You won't find one anywhere in the United States.
There is a Hawaii in Kenya with a plaque outside that says, welcome to the Gates of Hell National Park.
Yes, there is.
That's true. We saw that.
That really does exist.
Yes, there is. Hey, Mike.
And here's this man from nowhere who Congress is about to give unilateral powers to attack anywhere on Earth. The U.S. President Barack Obama sent his formal request for the use of military force against the Islamic State group to Congress on Wednesday. The request for authorization to use military force, if approved, will be effective for 3 years and entails no geographic restrictions, folks.
Yeah.
That is global in scope.
Yeah.
It would not allow for enduring offensive ground combat operations, however. But listen, I mean, all he would have to do is just call fire down from heaven anyway. I mean, he's the droner in chief, is he not?
Yes, he is.
Right.
It's been very well documented.
Well, but we don't have to
and
worry.
Now Congress.
Go ahead. No,
now
go ahead.
Congress is looking into this deeper because nothing in the paperwork that was submitted by the White House. There's lots of protections for the Muslims that are over there.
Yeah.
The reasons that they want to go after ISIS is for the Muslims, Christians, Yazidis, and there's a list of people who Obama thinks should be protected. But guess who's not on that list anywhere?
Huh.
Jews are not on that list. And Congress is very concerned about that Obama has literally left Israel and the Jews. Even though Obama included Israel in his title of the group, he calls them ISIL,
Yeah.
which is Islamic State in the Levant.
Yeah, and that's interesting
Does
because
the Levant not include Israel?
Yes, Levant includes Israel. I find it interesting that he insists on calling them ISIL.
Yeah. Well, Bill Martinez did a great job a
Yes.
couple months ago of laying out on this show why he does that.
Exactly.
It's a direct insult to Israel.
To Israel. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead,
Right, and
Mike.
yet the groups that he insists on protecting against ISIL do not include Jews or Israel. They're not included in that. And I saw an interview with a congressman, I forget his name, but he rightly pointed this out, and he said, he said, I am not approving anything unless Israel and the Jews are included in this list. I mean, why would... And then he said something very curious. He said, this is the U.S. congressman. I wish I would have jotted down his name before the show started today. I'm sorry about that. But he said the interviewer said, why are you concerned about this? And this is what this congressman said, and I applaud him for this, whoever you are. He said, look, nothing that Obama does is without full calculation.
Yeah.
Everything they do, everything they write is fully calculated.
Yep.
And we want to know why, in his calculation, he has left Israel and the Jews isolated out there in the Middle East.
In other words, what you're saying is that he didn't just do it by accident. It wasn't an, I forgot to add Israel into this. They were intentionally left out.
Right, and I suspect what's going on here on a global level, on a perhaps a biblical level, is that this is Obama's attempt to get more arms, more armaments, more light armored vehicles, heavy armored vehicles over there into the arena, into the battlefield for the ultimate battle.
Yeah. And
that ultimate battle will be against Israel.
Absolutely.
And it's sad to say, and people may get tired of us bringing the Bible into every jot and tittle of what we see in the news, but listen, we look at the Bible in one hand and the news in the other, and we see things. A convergence is happening. The end time is not coming. Yeah. The end time is now.
Yeah.
My name is Mike Houston. We'll talk to you next time.
Okay, Mike, thank you so much for being with us. You're right. There's such a convergence of prophecies happening right now, and some that just can't be denied, like Israel has returned to the land.
Yeah.
A coalition of nations listed in Ezekiel 38 are now aligning themselves against Israel.
Every nation that the great river Euphrates flows through in headline news every day.
In headline news right now. And Islam is rising. Folks, we're living in prophetic times.